things about trading Forex is that you don't actually know exactly which trade is going to be a crazy winner or just another loss.
What's up, everybody? We are currently live.
We'll take away the weekly.
Trade back down to orthodox, then that price is going to be bullish.
Point sort of chasing the market. I was more than happy to stay flat.
Hello everyone.
What the kangaroo tell?
Always recommend trading on 5 minutes.
Some of these exotic pairs and pretty steady uptrend, making these higher highs and higher.
Mostly trend following.
The stimulus in a certain way.
Alrighty, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And it's a beautiful Friday here in Florida. Hopefully, everyone has had a great week of trading so far. Markets have been moving pretty much the way we spoke about it last week, Friday. And so we're going to go ahead and reflect on some of those setups and take a look and see what's going on with the market this morning. I want to go ahead and give everyone a happy Friday greeting as we dig into the details this morning. Also, make sure that you absolutely subscribe to the channel, but of course, going ahead and smashing the like button. Let's give Nick and the team a lot of love here in the channel because he's doing some great stuff here, and we really appreciate the opportunity to be able to come in and talk about the markets like we are at the moment right now. So that being said, my name is Gary Fickard, known to many as the FX Big Dog. I can be seen on all your social media. Just search the name FX Big Dog. I do run my own YouTube channel, so you can check me out on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to it so you can get some daily and weekly updates as we look at the markets. With that being said, traders, let's jump in straight into the technical analysis this morning and take a look at what's going on. Now, we did have some news that came out this morning. Let's take a look and see what's going on here. So on the calendar, we had quite a bit of news coming. Well, we had a lot of news coming out, but a lot of the news that came out wasn't as effective to the market that changed the directional bias. We did look at some technical setups this week, and we identified that the technical setups already telling us that we are expecting a weaker move in JPY, a weaker move in the Swiss franc, and we were looking for movement out of the Canadian crosses as well as US crosses as well. Pretty much 80% of the portfolio, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what it is that is setting up and how do we need to go ahead and address it, and what we spoke about last week that we have to go ahead and talk about this week and how it affects your trading. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on. So firstly, data that came out that was important that I paid attention to is the yearly CPI for the pound. That reported out lower than expected at 3.2%. They expected it to be neutral, but it came out at 3.1%. That was slightly lower on inflation. We did have some crude oil news that came out as well. Also, yearly data coming out for the Canadians. And then this morning, we had a lot of flash manufacturing, flash services data coming out in the Eurozone. And then we also have later on today, we have some speeches coming out here in the US as well. So positive data coming out for the Canadians, but let's take a look and see how the market's reacting accordingly. So if we move it down, I'm going to go to the New Zealand CAD right here. And what's interesting about the New Zealand CAD, which I like looking at, is if I go to the daily time frame, actually a 4 hour should be fine. No, maybe the daily is going to be better. Let's take a look here. Yeah. So if you look at the daily time frame on this particular pair right here, you can certainly see that the market is in this range, and that we've come off the support down here. We actually had a bear trap right here. And so we're expecting price to continue back up to this area right here. And so as we dig into the details, we do notice that we do have some swings going up right here that we're paying attention to. We got a lot of support coming up here with price actually this morning went again and retested that support. And so could this be the bounce going north? Or are we going to break through the support and get back down to this level of support down here? So that's a question that we have to go ahead and ask ourselves. But at the same time, what is the technicals telling us at this very moment? So what's important is, as I go ahead and jump into the technicals, I want to mark off this level of support right here that the market's struggling to break below. Now, I do have a lot of stuff going on here. This is the daily. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom it down to the 1 hour so we can get closer to what's going on here. So this is, let's go to the 4 hour. I want to take a look here if I can pick up some more data. All right, so on the 4 hour, I can see that I've got that. That's where the support is right here, coming off the lows right there. And so here is that that low at around about 82.86. So 82.86 is where that low is. But what's important to me here is this area right here. Because if you notice right here, we did have a lot of support coming off this. Actually a little higher. There it is there. A lot of support coming off over here, and price didn't break through this. Not just once, but a few times. Take a look here. Price didn't break through there. Price didn't break through here. Price didn't break through here. So is this going to hold? Well, it did have a big bounce. And so we're in this big rally going north. And so what I'm going to be doing as we move into next week is paying a little bit more attention to this pullback that we have and see if we get a turnaround to the upside. Because if so, then price is going to the up part of the range of a larger time frame. And so that gives us an opportunity. So are we in a position at the moment right now where we're not 100% certain what the New Zealand CAD's going to do? And the answer to that is no, I don't think it is. I think it's very clear that we should continue to be bullish on the New Zealand CAD. And so which means that we need to be buying on dips on New Zealand CAD. And I'm going to go into the 1 hour right here as I dig into the details. So I've got a lot of lines here. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the charts a little bit so we can get a little clearer picture of what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and delete all these little lines I've got here. And I'm going to go through the details a little bit slower right here so we can get a full understanding of what we should be looking for right here. So cleaning up the charts. There you go. That's better, right? Okay. So let's pay attention to the details that we have in front of us right here. Oh, by the way, we had a lot of whippy-lashy type of movement. Look at this. Someone pushing the wrong button on the platform, but we had like a spike here and a spike there. And the funny thing is with these spikes, I had pending orders over here sitting to get into the trade. We were able to get into a pending order, but I had other accounts that were bullish, and I never took profit going long. It never closes out with profit. So the spreads were that wide, but they managed to get us into a trade, but they didn't manage to get us out of a trade in profit. So it's pretty weird how this worked out. And this worked out on both this sell right here and this buy going long right here. So that was pretty interesting. I believe I sent a tweet out on this. This is it right here. Yeah. What happened? I said, yo, what is happening to the New Zealand CAD? Two big price moves in less than 24 hours. But unfortunately for us, we managed to capture our 20 per profit and get out. But there was that trade right here that that was pretty interesting this week on those two spikes on the New Zealand CAD. Anyway, coming back to the New Zealand CAD right here. So I'm going to be focusing in on this trend. Now, currently right now, we do notice that if you draw up a trend line and use that spike as well, we did break through the trend and we're on the right side of the trend. Now, we do know that the markets can correct itself and can have a temporary, all right, interruption to the trend, right? It is possible, and this is what's happening, a temporary interruption. So this doesn't necessarily mean because we broke through the trend line, doesn't necessarily mean that price is going to be heading down south. It just means that we have a temporary interruption in the trend. Does that make sense? If it does, go ahead and just type up a message on the chat right here. Go ahead and top up if that makes sense to you right here. So this could be a temporary break of the trend. Okay, now let's go ahead and dig into a couple of more details right here. So if this is a temporary break of the trend, how much further can the market move back down? Well, I've taught this before, and I've discussed this many times before, that the market moves in these waves, right? And so if the market moves in these waves, then what we have to look for is has the market completed a wave structure that now is anticipating a correction move? So we have what we call impulsive moves, which is trendy moves, and then we have what we call corrective move, which is retracement moves of that trend. And so as I dig into the details right here, I'm going to take the lowest point down here. Oh, actually, this is the lowest point right here. And I'm going to go to the first high and low swing. Then I'm going to go inside here and say, okay, price then created another inside swing right here. I'm more paying attention to this. Then we had another swing that went all the way up here to the top. And if I look at this right here, all the way up here to the top. And the reason why I'm using this high is because I noticed that we had a swing high low right here, then a swing high low right here, and then the final move. So this is going to be my wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so that's why I've gone ahead and used this larger wave from down here to down there as my next move. Okay, so we are in a correction. Now, interesting enough, notice how the market has come back and has tested this level at the 382 bounce right here. Right, so we're really testing the 382 bounce at this point. Now, when I look at this right here, it tells me that we've got a test of that, but also look at this trend line. There's a trend line that's coming off this right here. And it's gone across these lows right there. This one went in a little bit right here, so there could be adjustment of that trend, but we've got a lot of spots right here that the market tested. Here was a spot right here, right? And then we had a spot there, and we had a spot just a little further back right here. So we had 1, 2, 3, and then 4 right here. This one went slightly through, but this whole trend line right here is becoming an important factor as we go back and retest the backside right here. So it's pretty interesting how this is unfolded and how we're starting to see price bouncing off that level. So as I go into this right here, I'm going to consider this to be a possible buy area right here. So this is going to be a buy zone right here. Right there. All right, so we already got a buy zone right here. So when we call buy zones, this means that traders need to start paying a little bit more attention to the systems that they're using. Because what I do is I normally find directional buys. And once I identify directional buys, then I use systems to be able to trade it in that direction. And so as we start applying systems to trade this, you want to go ahead and look for an opportunity to be able to get in and trade this long. And how we will do that is we'll go ahead and combine certain systems with technical analysis that can give us that option. So right now we're looking at a buy zone right about here. Now I do trade short term, which I trade for 20 pips in the market, try and grab 20 pips out of the trades. And so I may be looking at a trade opportunity on this one right here. And let me go ahead and take a look and see if I've got something already in on this. I don't believe I've got in. I think I just recently closed out. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't have anything active right now. So I am looking actually for an opportunity to get in on a 20 pip buy or 20 pip grab. So what I might do is on this right here, I might go down to a lower time frame. And because I'm looking for 20 pips out of the market, what's important is that if the market's already moved a bit, I might stay out and wait for the correction move. So yeah, we see the price has already moved 27 pips. But take a look over here. I believe I got out of that trade already with a 20 pip grab right here. Let's take a look right here. New Zealand. Yeah, we just got out of quite a few positions right here. You can see all these New Zealand crosses that we've covered right here. So we looked at a net profit of 20 pips. So if you look over here, yeah, we closed out with 34. Then we ended up losing 19. Then we closed out with 55 right here. Yeah, we lost 52. And we gained 3 pips on that. So if you add it all up, this should all add up to a net 20 pip profit. So there was multiple positions that we got in at, and we closed out with net 20 pip profit. So we're out of this trade. So we're probably going to stand on the sideline for right now on the New Zealand CAT and not look to trade this one as of right now. If we get a pullback, then maybe we'll go in on a buy, and maybe we'll even trade the retracement if we believe the market's going to go down further down south. Now, it is Friday. Friday is not typically a day that you get in on any sort of intraday scalping trades, right? You want to close off your trades on Friday and then start looking again on Sunday and Monday. So we probably won't get in on this on a Friday, but we definitely keep an eye open next week on the New Zealand CAD and look for the opportunity on the New Zealand CAD next week. Now, just so you know, what we're trying to do here in this session is give you sort of a directional bias for next week. And so my directional bias for the New Zealand CAD would be bullish, absolutely be bullish. And we just got to look for where's the buy opportunity. Yeah, so far right now, looks like we're in a great spot. We'll take a look at next week, Sunday and Monday, and see if we're going to get in on these trades. Now, also what we spoke about this week, or at least last week for this week, was Aussie Jpy. All right, we did speak about Aussie Jpy, and we spoke about the pound JPY. And we're looking for opportunities in both these pairs. So let's take a look and see how both of these are set up right here. So here we have our wave structure that created our wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're looking for that final 5th wave move. So we are bullish overall on the pound, on the Aussie JPY. But we're going to go ahead and take a look and see if we are bullish overall, what does the short-term outlook look like? So here we have our first swing right here. Price pull back. We have an internal wave. Looks like price has moved up all the way up here to the top. We had a 5th wave move. And so now that we've gone ahead and reached this area right here, and the internal swings have identified that we should see price moving down south, I'm now going to pay more attention to this larger swing right up here. So the Aussie JPY, we can almost with confidence say that we're going to start seeing a correction in Aussie. We started already this week seeing a little bit of a pullback right here, but I believe next week it's going to be a sell-off for Aussie JPY. So if that's going to be the case, then what we want to do is we want to pay a little bit more attention to the lower time frame and start looking for those down swings for short-term opportunity. Here it is right here. Now, we do have a 382 bounce right here. Based on the larger swing, we have a 382 bounce. We also have a previous 1.618 that we have to pay attention to that as well. So we're going to pay attention to this, but we're also going to be paying attention to the 382 right here, but it's priced at around about 83.43 right here. Okay? Now, let's go take a look. If we go to the inside swing right here, then we can see that price created this first wave going down. And what's interesting about what's happening right now is, notice that we went ahead and took out the low right here, right? Price took out the low, traded down to the 1.27, and now we've come back up again. So which means that traders, while we are trading above this level of support right here, the chances of the Aussie JPY going higher to take out that high is pretty good. So my sell zone, and I'm going to be selling Aussie JPY as we move into next week, my sell zone is going to be between the 382 bounce and the 618 right here. This is where the sell zone is going to be at right here. So let's go ahead and mark that off. Mark off right here, sell zone. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in some levels right here and say, there we go. So this is going to be the sell zone as the Aussie Jpy retraces back. So we're looking for price to go up and then turn around and hit back down south. And this is going to be the sell zone. Now, sell zone, you might say, well, Big Dog, what does sell zone mean? Well, sell zone means that I'm going to be using systems and I'm going to deploy systems bearish as price gets into this area right here. So I don't want to sit in front of the computer all day long watching this and trying to figure out when is that turning point going to take place. I'll use systems that have their own algorithm built in that looks for sell opportunities based on that system code. All right. And so here is where we're going to look for sell positions. So Aussie looks good. Aussie JPY looks good. Let's go to the pound JPY because we did have a good sell-off on pound JPY. And let's go to the 4 hour because we also spoke about the pound JPY sell-off. So let's take a look and see. All right, so this is what we had. We had this big swing going up right here. We did have the 1.27 right here, and we called that a reversal point. We said that the pound JPY reversal point was going to be right about here. It got pretty close to it, all right? Pretty close. Didn't quite get to it, but it came pretty close. So the question here is, are we going to see the pound JPY still go up a little further up north and hit that target? Now, let me see here. Take a look at this inside swing. Yeah, we have an inside swing right here. And then if I go ahead and draw in the next swing going long and connect that, we can see that we haven't quite got to the 1.27 up at the top. But what's important is that price is going ahead and traded back below this level right here at around about 150, what is that, 157.40. So as price stays below this level right here, we're going to be looking for the pound JPY to continue to move south. Here is definitely a level of support right here. If we break through that, this is what's real interesting about the pound JPY. If we break through that, we're heading back down to this area right here where we see the 1.618 at 155. So price, if price breaks 150, call it 156.50 or 156.60, around there, we're heading all the way back down to 155. So the question here is, where's the opportunity? Well, we're going to go down to a 15-minute time frame on this one. Get a little nitty-gritty right here. So there's that level that we want to stay below, right? Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the swings from the high. And we see that this is the last high we had. It looks like that was the highest point there. So let's go ahead and mark that off. I'm going to go all the way down to this point where the market pulled back quite a bit. Okay, now I'll be looking for price to chase after at least this level. So now I've gone ahead and set my target for about there. Okay, we're looking for price to go back down to that. Now, do I see something else that I can trade? Well, let's see here. Let's go ahead and get some trend line tests. All right, so we do have some trend lines here that we can use as old support right here and now becoming resistance. So that's a nice little break. Let's see here. Not a lot to go on this. Yeah. So the deal on this is, yeah, if I look at the pound JPY right here, I would absolutely want to sell on rallies. So if the market moves up, I want to sell on rallies going south. The problem here is that based on my swing high and low right here, we're trading in the middle of the road. So I would prefer to see price coming back down to this level right here where we're going to get a bounce. And then if I want to take on some short-term buys, I can do that. I think that the sell the opportunity to sell pound JPY is come and gone. We had that opportunity at the beginning of the week right about here, but we don't have it where we are right now. The opportunity's gone. Market's gone ahead and pulled back. It's done everything it needs to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to a 1 hour. Take a look at the 1 hour. All right, so in the 1 hour, we can see a little more clearer there. We can see that downswing, and we're looking for price to go down to this level. So I'm pretty much going to let the market just play itself out. We'll probably get back down here, hit this target. And once it hits that target, we're going to see a nice little crown pattern right here, right? And so market's going to come back again. So we're going to see a little rally, perhaps in the next week, maybe mid part of next week. But we first have to hit this level right here, and that's priced at around about 156.27. So we're looking for price to go down maybe another, call it 40 pips, all right? Another 40 pip drop. Once we get here, then we may start thinking about a short-term rally as price goes back up to a right tip crown and then starts looking to sell off. So do we expect the pound JPY to go ahead and sell off even further? Yes, there's that possibility that it can happen, but we have to be really strategic about where we enter. Just getting in would be absolutely insane because we're leaving ourselves with a lot of risk to the upside. So even if I was using a cost averaging trading approach right here, it wouldn't make sense to get in with a cost averaging once the market's moving north. I'd rather wait for the correction and then want to cost average in as I look for price to go further down south. Okay. Alrighty. So pound JPY looks interesting, but we're going to definitely pay attention to that next week. And as we go ahead and look for this turnaround, we're going to go ahead and make sure about that as well. Now, what I do want to do here is I do want to go ahead and create actually a watch list. Let's go ahead and create a watch list. I'm gonna I don't have the, let me see here, crypto trade copier watch list. I'm gonna kill this, and my watch list, I'm gonna change the watch list to, see if I can rename this. This is going to be, you know what? Let's just call it watch list. I'm going to go with hot watch list right here. All right, so I'm going to remove some of these pairs that I've got here. And I'm going to add on this one right here. I'm going to add in the pound JPY to this because we want to. I want to go back and review this again next week with you guys, right? So I definitely want to go ahead and add that in, and I do want to add in the other cross that we spoke about. That was the New Zealand CAD. Let's go ahead and put in the New Zealand CAD right here. Definitely going to add in New Zealand CAD to the list as well. So I'm going to add the New Zealand CAD on this too, as we go on ahead and address it. And the reason why I'm adding this as the hot watch list right here is as we talk about these setups, let's go back and review them and take a look and see how they played out for the week, right? So as we go into next week. So we'll keep an eye on that. We also want to add in the Aussie JPY, right? We spoke about the Aussie JPY as well, and we'll definitely go ahead and add this one also to the watch list right here. All right, good. Let's jump into. Let's go ahead and jump into some other crosses that are already doing very well, and this is the Canadian. I want to go to the CAD JPY. No, CAD Swiss, actually. Not JPY, Swiss. So Canadian Swiss, I'm going to add this one to our hot list as well because I definitely want you guys to pay attention to this pair and for this reason here. If I go to the 4 hour, take a look at the resistance that we had right here at the top. a lot of resistance here at the top. What is this? Oh, that's funny. Okay, I want to put that. Where can I put this? Put it over there. All right, so this right here, if we take a look at the take a look at the 4-hour right here. We've got a lot of resistance coming off here at the top. There is the resistance there, and now we have resistance up here at this area right here. So we had a lot of resistance at the top. We spoke about this last week, or at least I spoke about it with inside my trading room this week, and we see that we had a lot of resistance coming off the top right here. We're looking to sell off the top there. Now, what I did go ahead and do is I also noticed that we've got this big trend line going up right here. So we're almost caught up in this wedge at the moment right now. And so correction is due, but then we're probably going to go ahead and expect another rally. All right. So if I go to the inside swings and I take a look at these inside swings right here, take a look how we did have a wave 4, and we were looking for price to come all the way up to this area right here. And this area is right there at the 1.27. Now, we didn't quite get there. And as we didn't get to that point and price comes back down a little bit deeper, we're probably going to look for another support level here for the Swiss, the CAD Swiss right here. If it trades below this level, we could probably look for price to go back down a little bit deeper. So if it trades below this level right here, we could probably see the Canadian Swiss drop back down to another level of support down here. So there's a possibility that it could do that. But there's a lot of support coming off this area right here. Take a look right here. We have a 618 pullback. Oh, sorry, 618 extension right here from this AB swing. We have a 618 extension from this AB swing. And then we've got our 23% retracement level also at this level right here. So there's a lot of support right here. So I'm going to say that the Canadian Swiss may go back down to this level. And if it does break through, man, this is going to be a good, solid fall down south right here. But if we hold up at this point, then next week we may start thinking about buying the Canadian Swiss. Now, there's two things that can affect, obviously, the direction of this particular setup right here. And the two things that can affect it is, of course, any news that's positive for the Swiss could affect the movement on this pair, bringing the CAD Swiss bearish. Any bearish news on the Swiss could push the CAD Swiss bullish. And then, of course, we have any news coming out for the Canadian could also change the directional bias as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick look over here at the news coming out next week. Let's take a quick look. And we're looking at Swiss and Canadian news. So if I look over here, we do have, oh, look at that. We have the overnight rate coming out for the Canadians on Wednesday. Now, if they keep the rates unchanged, that may be a little bit of a choppy day. But if they decide to follow like the Aussie, New Zealand, and start thinking about rate hikes, then this might be a bullish move on the Canadian dollar itself. And if that's going to be the case, then we could start expecting this support, if we're still at that support, if we're anywhere around here, and the news comes out positive for the rate decision, right? Even if it's just a comment from the central bank stating that they are looking at raising rates in the very near future, then clearly this could also be a rally. Now, because they kept it unchanged, but they did speak about a positive rate hike, then this might be a short-term rally, and we may end up coming back down and breaking through that level eventually. So if we do fail to sustain a good rally, we could go ahead and turn around and head back down south on this. So this is pretty interesting. So I like the Canadian Swiss I'm in positions on the Canadian Swiss already, but I'm watching this very closely right here. I'm watching this level real close, because if we break it, and how we trade it is pretty much this. If we break it, we'll wait for the comeback, right? The retest. And then we'll sell on the retest going south. So there's always going to be a reconfirmation of what we're doing, right? Selling it just on a candlestick break right here, not good enough. We've got to see a clean break. And then what we'll do is we'll look at all the inside swings and making sure that whatever we're looking at does correlate with our swing and correction move. And then we'll go ahead and sell it back down south. But I definitely think you need to add the CAD Swiss to your basket of hot pairs, because I think it's at a very critical level right here that we need to pay attention to. So I love this pair. I love the way it's setting up right here. I love where it's at right now. Now it's just a matter of let's wait for the confirmation, and then we'll go ahead and trade it. But in the meantime, we still got room, absolutely room. By the way, it's definitely going to take out that low. So we have room while it's 20 pips. Woo! 20 pips. Yeah, let's do it. All right, I'm just kidding. All right, so we've got about a 20 pip drop right here before it finds that support right here. Now, this is not a very high trading pair, which means the trading range is not very high. But I do like trading the Canadian Swiss. It offers a great amount of trade opportunities as you look for these quick 20 pip trades. I believe I actually set up a trade. Let's take a look right here. Oh yeah, we don't have a trade in as of right now. Nope, I don't have a trade in that is right now. All right, so we're gonna have to keep an eye open on this one. All right, let's jump into a couple of things that I know you guys are following, and that is let's go take a look at gold. And I'm going to add this also to our watch list as well. I know that that you guys love watching or following gold right here, so I'll add that to the watch list too, because we did speak about gold. And we spoke about the opportunity where to buy in, where to cost average in on gold. And it came from, well, there was a lot of areas. Let's go ahead and compress the charts a little bit more. We go to the daily. All right, so we got this inside swing. We had a 1.618 over here. That's priced around about 1,500. But on this pullback, we did say that we're going to go ahead and pay a little bit more attention to this swing, this big swing going up right here. And then what we did is we went ahead and looked at the inside swings, and we started paying attention to the inside swings. Now, we do have a little bit of a wedge here, so it is wedged up. But take a look over here. This is the large swing that we said we want to pay attention to. And when price came down back to retest this right tip right here, we did go ahead and say bullish towards 1800. We said bullish towards 118 when we came down to this level. And, well, we did expect that bearish move down, which we got. So let's go ahead and clean that out. Let's go ahead and move this down now to a 4-hour. So we can go to, this is right here. So yeah, we had, so we were bullish over here at this level. We're bullish, and we're bullish towards this target, right? It was bullish towards, look at that target we wrote here, 1,808. We clearly got to that point, and so we started looking at the next swing. So this was bullish. We got out, got back in on the pullback. Here's the pullback. You see how price comes back and retests the previous wave one right here? There it is. There's our wave one. That's the wave one high. Price comes back to retest it. And guess what? That is our buy zone right here. Now, just so that you know, for everyone that's watching gold right now, gold is going to get a pullback. Gold's going to have a pullback. And the pullback's going to come off this level right here at around about 1,815 here. All right, there's going to be a pullback. So don't be surprised if gold at this area right here, this is our sell zone. This is where we should be closing out and taking profit on gold and looking for our correction move right here. Where's my text? Oh, there it is. So right here, is where we're expecting a sell-off on gold. All right, there it is there. Sell-off on gold. So we're looking for price to get to this point, and then we're looking to sell gold. Now, gold is expected, if we're going to sell off over here, then we're expecting gold to go ahead and take out this low right here. Because if I look over here, this is our wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. Now, what's interesting about this is if gold comes to 1815 and starts selling off, we're going to look for gold to come back down to around about this level right here, which is priced at around about 1760. And at 1716, this is going to be for those traders that missed out on this opportunity. This is going to be another opportunity for traders to get in and start buying long again at this point right here. So if you're not in on gold and you're looking for an opportunity, going to have to wait it out a little bit and wait for gold to get back down here. Now, I want to go ahead and throw a spanner in the works right here. All right, we'll spoke the fire a little bit. And I'm going to play devil's advocate. If price continues, which is, it's possible that we could see a continuation. If gold strengthens more and we do trade back up to the high up here at around about 1834, then traders, this level will not be seen for some time. All right, I don't think even ever. It may not be seen ever. We are going to rally if the 1.618 at this swing right here, if we get to 1834, then what's going to happen is we're going to go ahead and start a new trend. We're going to have a very shallow pullback off this high, and we're going to start trending north. So it's going to be interesting how gold is. But either way, we're either going to be buying gold down here at around about the 1760 level, or we're going to be buying gold again once the market goes to this level at 1834, and then come back and retest. This is where we're going to be buying. So there is two buy areas right here. I'm not ready to buy in yet. I'm going to wait for price to correct first before getting in. So I'm going to wait for the correction, but definitely let's pay attention to gold, because I believe that there's definitely some good trade opportunities coming off on gold over the next couple of weeks. So absolutely. And just another reminder, thanks for the like request there. But yeah, if you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel, FX Big Dog channel, and like and subscribe to the channel, that'll be great. But also, let's go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. Let's go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel so we can continue to grow this channel as well here at the A1 Trading. All right, now let's take a look at let's go to Bitcoin. Anyone trading cryptos? Listen, if you're not trading cryptos, then shame on you. All right. Shame on you. Let's take a look at cryptos at the moment right now. What I want to bring to your attention is how the BTC dominance chart is setting up at the moment right now. This is Bitcoin dominance. And if we look at Bitcoin dominance right here, we can see that we're getting a little bit of a sell-off on the dominance, which means that there are less people interested in Bitcoin itself, but not to say that they're not interested into the altcoins, or at least cryptos in a whole. So there's still a lot of more focus on cryptos, but there are a lot more traders paying more attention to the altcoins than there are into actual Bitcoin. So we have seen Bitcoin rally to 66,000. All right. I think it even hit 67,000. But we've had a little bit correction move. And I'm going to talk about Bitcoin in a moment right now, because I believe that there's still going to be some more buyers in Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's can still go higher to what it is right now. But we're in a little bit of a correction. And how we know that Bitcoin is looking for this correction move is because if you look at the BTC dominance chart right here, you can see that, yeah, we had a wave 1. Yeah, we've had a wave. Look at this, wave 1, 3, and 5 up here. All right. Look at this. Let me see here. Yeah. So we had a wave 1, and I'm going to mark this off so you can see what we're doing here. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're looking for 5 up here at the top. Now we have not hit that first wave, but I'm going to tell you this, that we're actually chasing after this high right here. This is the high that we're actually chasing after. And the reason why I say that we're chasing after that high is because if you look how the chart has set itself up here, we have actually had this dominance chart not take out that low. And so with it not taking out that low, it's going to be range bound, but it's going to chase after that high right here. And so this is the high that we're expecting Bitcoin dominance chart to get to. And then at that point, we're going to start thinking biggest sell-off. Well, let me put it this way. I'm not going to say that we're going to have a big sell-off on Bitcoin, but we're going to have less interest in Bitcoin, and the altcoins are going to start moving. So we're going to get a quite a bit of big movement out of the altcoins. We haven't seen the altcoins top out yet. We haven't seen, but we've seen big moves in altcoin in Bitcoin. We've seen a nice little move in Ethereum, and we will talk about Ethereum as well because we're still looking for Ethereum to move up a little higher. But we're going to talk about that as well. But definitely, what's going to be a big focus this week coming is definitely the altcoins. And this weekend, I'm going to be pretty interested about seeing how the altcoins move this weekend as we're starting to see the dominance moving further down south. But I don't believe that when we're done with the movement on Bitcoin yet. And we're going to go to the chart and take a look and see how that plays out. Now, before I go into that, let's take a look over here at the market caps. So, yes, we've had about a 4% drop, just less than 4% drop over the 24 hours on Bitcoin. That tells us that we're going to see a market cap dropping as well because Bitcoin holds majority, all right, of the majority of the coins. In fact, if I go over here, let's see here. Is it this here? No, not that one. Sorry, my bad. Where is my? Oh, there it is. Let's go to. No, this is not it. All right, never mind. So Bitcoin is holding. You can see market cap of Bitcoin is about 47%. I believe Ethereum's holding about 18%. So Ethereum's market cap has definitely grown overall, and it's actually looking at about 18% now on the overall market cap. But Bitcoin definitely keeping a majority of it at the moment right now. Look at the altcoins down below. You know what coins are really has not moved yet is Cardano. Cardano over the last 7 days, one of the currency pairs that hasn't moved, even though we have seen Bitcoin and Ethereum move over the last 7 days and moved quite a bit. Cardano hasn't moved. Look at Solana. Solana has moved up 37% for the week, but 10% for the day. And Solana is moving up pretty quickly because Solana is actually going to be one of the better altcoins to trade because Solana is actually competing against Ethereum. So the biggest threat for Ethereum is Solana. And so investing while Solana is at the price that it is actually pretty solid. Pretty solid right here. XRP is down 3.9%. We're seeing Polkadot starting to rally as well. So we are seeing the level 1 altcoins starting to make its move. Terra's moved up 17%. And I believe I spoke about that last week. Spoke about watching Solana. I think I even tweeted about that as well, stating that you need to pay a little bit more attention to, let's take a look right here, to Solana, but also at the same time, hold on a second here. Where is that tweet? I did send out the tweet. And it was a little early last week. Let's see here. Trying to see what I actually what I did post. Okay. All right. I've seen a lot of tweets outside. I can't find it right now. That's in July. Where am I at? I'm in July already. Are you kidding me? All right. So I did send out a tweet on a couple of cryptos. One of them was on Polkadot. The other one was on Terra. Avalanche was the other one. Avalanche is up in 19% as well. And that is for the last 7 days. We spoke about that last week. I said Avalanche is going to rally. Terra is going to rally. I said look into those particular altcoins. Shiba Inc. has not moved, but I'm definitely invested in Shiba as well. But that hasn't moved as well. So if you're looking for anything at the moment right now to get in from the altcoin side, look at Filecoin. Filecoin is down 8% on the last 7 days. That's an opportunity right here. Filecoin is going to go ahead and rally. Let's go to Filecoin and take a look. And some of these coins, traders don't even know that it is that there's an opportunity right here. But yes, Filecoin right here. Take a look at Filecoin. Filecoin is yet to go ahead and top out at the high at 120. It's trading at 65 right now. All right, $65 right now. If we look at the short-term swings, look at this. This is why I believe that Filecoin is going to blow out, is because take a look right here. Yeah, we have, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And when it takes out that low, that means buy opportunity. So Filecoin is expected to go north, and I'm expecting Filecoin to go to, let's take a look at this high from here to here. I'm expecting Filecoin to go all the way up here to this area right there. Now that's priced at around about $1. Sorry, $100. That's priced at $100 right here. So we're looking at where price is trading at the moment right now. We're looking at a growth of around about 53% right here. So there's a 53% growth opportunity here on Filecoin from where it's at right now. Take a look at the trend line. We've got a nice little trend line break already. Prices come back to retest it. This is definitely going to be a huge opportunity right here. I'm going to go ahead and mark this off. And I'm going to go ahead and say buy zone. Right here. This is where traders should be absolutely getting in, right here. I'm going to add this one to our watch list as well. We'll go ahead and discuss it. Let's go put that into our hot list there as well. So Filecoin's an opportunity. Let's take a look at see if there's something else. So I know I'm going to wrap up before we close. But let's take a look over here. But that's a huge opportunity right here. XE Infinity, AXS, that's down 9.5% right here. So let's take a look at, I believe I've got that listed too. Let's see here. AXS. AXX, let's take a look at it's trading at 122. Let's see here. Yep, it's perfect. So if I look at AXX, then we can see that we've got this, and this is how you would trade this. Got this little wedge here that we're in. And so if we're going to get a breakout of this, the upside move on this would be all the way over here at our target. So break out of that. Watch this one right here. Definitely watch this. If we get a breakout right here, we could chase after this level, and that's going to give us a 81% opportunity. This is an 81 ROI opportunity on the AXS, which is going to be a good trade that traders need to pay attention. I'm going to add this one to our hot list as well. All right, so we're going to be watching this one too. And this is XE Infinity, for those that want to know. XE Infinity. Also, big. FTX, which is FTT. This one is actually quite big. We're up 14% on the day, but this one has got some great opportunity as well. So let me see if I got some time. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this last one right here. FTT, which is FTX. Let's see, FTX. Do I have that on my list? Market. And let's do dollar right here. Let me see here. Is this at 62? Let me take a look here. Yeah, it's pretty much the same price right here. So if you look over here on this chart, we got a nice little rally here. Look at this beautiful off the lows right here. We have this big channel right here. So we have a beautiful channel. But in the meantime, this inside swings right here. Look how price came back to retest that level right here. And now going off. And so which means that we need to look for this to be the next move towards that 1.27 right here, which is priced at this level right here. So, and they're going to be releasing a lot of projects coming in the next couple of days. So we need to pay a little more attention to this. I think we can see a nice little blowout in this. This is offering us around about 51% growth right here. So this is definitely something. Did I add this to my watch list right here? I believe I did. No, I did not. I'm going to go ahead and add it in. So this is another one right here to go ahead and look at. This was also go, and I'm going to go ahead and mark it off right here as buy. And this is going to be a 50% ROI. All right, that pretty much wraps up the session for today. Hey, I want to go ahead and wish everyone a happy Friday and a great weekend. Good luck with your trading for the rest of the day, and then good luck with your trading next week. We'll get back together again next week Friday, and go ahead and take a look at the opportunity we spoke about, and go ahead and reflect on that and look for new opportunities. So with that being said, traders, don't forget to go ahead and check me out on my YouTube channel, FX Big Dog. Just search the name FX Big Dog. I'll be on all social media, and we'll see everyone again next week for another update. So with that being said, this is FX Big Dog signing off.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching today's stream. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. And hey, before you go, make sure to check out our guest on social media, as well as subscribe to the A1 Trading YouTube channel for more free trading content throughout the week. Before we go, I do also want to say down below in the description, there's all sorts of great perks for you if you're looking for a broker. We've got some recommended brokers. We've also got a Telegram channel and email newsletter that you would probably benefit from if you're an aspiring trader. So take advantage of some of that free stuff down below. It will also help out the channel tremendously, and we will see you back tomorrow.